Thanks for that. I think perhaps just one thing about the conversation we had earlier. I think people have a lot of problems around the word disabled and around the concept of disability. And I think earlier we talked about the social model. It's a complex issue, and I think in sort of everyday language we use the word disabled as a negative thing. Yeah, crippled. You know, words like that, blind to the truth, deaf to the truth, all of that, blind to reality, all that kind of stuff. And I'm not going to give you an advanced course in disability equality and the social model, but I think, to me, being disabled is a badge of pride. It's not something to be ashamed of. Nobody says that the reality of impairment, which is about our conditions, is not sometimes difficult. But who I am, part of my identity is that I happen to be a disabled woman. But it's not the only thing about me. When I'm peeling the carrots, if I can peel the carrots, it's not the main thing. But it's part of who I am. And that not having to apologise for being a disabled woman, to me, is so crucial to our identity as disabled women. Not seeing the fact that our bodies, our minds, our ways of seeing the world happen to be different from other people's, and that is not a problem. And I think maybe you were trying to get at some of that, but is absolutely crucial to our sense of pride, of being able to live our lives as disabled women, the fact that we might do things differently, the fact that we might pick up our dinner with our feet, not our hands, the fact that we might happen to not walk but wheel, all those things. The fact that being blind is not about a loss, it's about just who you are. Those things are really, really important. And as long as you perceive disability as less than something that is a loss, it's a shame, it's so sad. Oh, isn't it wonderful that you're speaking out because you are disabled women? Yeah, on one level it's wonderful because we face so many barriers. On another level it's just life. So I think if you take one thing away from here, is that as disabled women, we are who we are, and we're not ashamed of it. We are actually quite proud of being disabled. In fact, we're bloody proud of being disabled women. And that identity is something to be claimed. I think it's so important because so many of us are so ashamed of being who we are, and we have to apologise for ourselves every day of the week. So that is, to me, as a movement, as a series of communities of movements, that is, if we can create a space where disabled people, but where disabled women in particular, can just be ourselves, that does involve doing practical things, but it's about a space in people's heads as well. It's about ways of doing things, ways of thinking about things. So maybe that's one of the things to think about from tonight for all of you. But I think the other thing is about the fact that together we are a heck of a lot stronger. You know, that we can't fight this alone.
I don't think